I was absolutely terrified of making a mistake. But I didn't realize that's what was holding me back. I wore my illusion of being perfect quite well. I realized, though, that I was stuck. And I was stuck because I was terrified of making a mistake. And why this was, I now realize, I didn't realize then, but I now realize it's because I was trying to protect my image, my identity as the person who gets it all right, my identity as the person who is smart, is perfect, is a good girl, pleasant, follows the rules, doesn't color outside the lines. And I internalized making a mistake as shame. Because if I made a mistake, that means I got something wrong. That means I miscalculated. That means I didn't think right. That means I messed up. That means I wasn't perfect. Oh my goodness, that means I'm human. Shock, horror. So when I realized that what was keeping me stuck was my fear of making a mistake, I had two choices. Choice number one, stay exactly the same. That's always a choice, staying the same. Choice number two, I could choose to change. I could choose to do something about it. And of course, I chose choice number two, which is choosing to change. And when choosing to change, I like to think of it as practicing, experimenting. What version of me can I practice? What version of me can I experiment with? Because I'm currently this version, and it's going to take a little bit of work and practice to exercise and become the next best version of myself. And so in facing the fear of making mistakes, when choosing to change and do something about that fear, the courageous act that I must and had to practice was sitting in that embarrassment, sitting in that discomfort, and running through in my mind the worst case scenario. What happens, worst case scenario, if I make a mistake? And there's a powerful thing that happens when you actually write down or speak aloud or just run through the scenario visually in your head, the worst case scenario. And when I would do that, when facing the fear of making a mistake, I realized that I wasn't going to die. But our brain does this beautiful thing where it wants to keep us safe. And so in its desire and mission to keep us safe, it does hold us back from things that are unfamiliar, are unpredictable. And when you're trying to change and face that fear of making a mistake, that's unfamiliar territory, that's unpredictable, and it feels like you're going to die. But I promise you, feeling shame, feeling embarrassment, feeling uncomfortable is not going to kill you, because you are capable. And so in practicing this version of you who is willing to make mistakes, who exposes themselves to opportunities in which there's high potential to make mistakes, you can choose to be positively or negatively motivated in those moments of discomfort, or you could choose to be both. What I mean by being negatively motivated in those moments of discomfort, you could ask yourself, do I desire to feel the pain of staying the same, of living my life on autopilot, on feeling like I was capable of more, but not doing anything about it? Am I willing to stay in that pain? Or am I willing to experience this pain, which is the pain of potentially making a mistake, or the pain of actually making a mistake and sitting in that? Because in that discomfort, in that pain, in that scary situation, the positive way to frame it, to storytell, to tell yourself the story, this discomfort means that I'm trying, means that I'm growing. This pain, this discomfort, this is like growing pains when I was a kid and my bones were growing, and that was uncomfortable. But now look at me. Growth is always going to be uncomfortable. Somewhere along the way, someone lied to us though and told us that it's supposed to be easy breezy and happily ever after. And so it's our responsibility to claim back our power and appropriately motivate ourselves in moments of discomfort. Once again, whether you choose to remind yourself of why you're doing it because it's so painful and that kind of fuels you and motivates you, or if you choose on the flip side to remind yourself that this is the greatest form of love and self-respect I can do because I'm actually pushing myself forward. And yes, it's uncomfortable, but that means that I'm growing. That means that I'm progressing. And progressing is much, much better than staying the same. Progressing is moving forward and will give me a sense of purpose in life, because I have movement and motion in a direction. Even if it's the wrong direction, it's still a direction. And I cannot know my next step until I take this step. In practicing new, in role-playing this persona of you, this next best version of you, something that I like to do when I'm really struggling and having intense discomfort and just want to curl up in a ball and stay the same and wish I didn't try to begin with, is future project and picture my future family one day. Or if you don't want to have kids, why don't you picture back and picture your younger self? So whatever you're picturing, your future kids or little 5-year-old you. Would you today want to role model to your future kids someone who is courageous, which means feels fear and does it anyway? Would you, if you were standing next to little 5-year-old you, looking you in the eyes, would you want to model someone who's courageous, which means feels the fear and does it anyway? Or would you want to model someone who stays the same and doesn't stretch outside the comfort zone and is afraid to get things wrong and just stays imprisoned in your fear of making a mistake, imprisoned in your own terror of making a mistake? That to me is not a life well lived, and yet that's the life I was going down. That's the path I was going down. So whether you practice in moments of discomfort, thinking about younger you and how you'd want to stand up for that person, or future you and your future family and how you'd want to role model to those kids, I just want to remind you and myself that the more we do, the more we improve. So the more we practice this next best version of ourselves that we seek to become, the more we become that version. Just like driving. I don't know about you, but when I first learned to drive, I wasn't so good. I don't know about you, but when I first baked a loaf of sourdough bread, I wasn't that good. When I first started at my job, I wasn't that good. This, talking to you, I'm going to keep getting better at this. But the only way that I'm doing that is by doing, because the more we do, the more we improve. Just like driving, those pathways in our brain strengthen the more we do the thing, and it becomes more automatic and fluid, and we enter the state of like juicy flow because we get better at something, because we don't have to think about it so intensely. So with that, let's go make some mistakes, because remember, mistakes are maps to mastery. So let's go make those mistakes. Let's go create those maps. And remember, this is a community of absolute legends doing it together. So please, if you're willing, if you're feeling courageous, feeling the fear and doing it anyway, please leave a note below and share with us, what are you afraid of when it comes to making a mistake? What mistake are you terrified of? Because maybe by you sharing, it will inspire someone else, because they will see their own story and themselves in your story. And it also inspires me, because we're in this together. I am your guide, I am not your guru. And by sharing, just like if we were at a dinner table together, we can learn from each other. And I do invite you to subscribe so you can keep up with this journey that we're on to become the best possible versions of ourselves that we can for us today, of our past self, our little self, and our future selves and our future families. And until next time, much health, much wealth, and much love.